Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Family Minecraft. Today I'm joined by my happy helper Maria, and we are going to be working on a big wool farm. It's going to be just behind me here. You can see through the window. It's going to be going next to the sugarcane farms and everything. But before we get to that, notice anything different? Yes, right. I can see you admiring them. Got my wings. And I got a few spare. You can see them there. Oh yeah, it's all good. So obviously we went to the end and we took on the Ender Dragon, and I was really hoping to show you the amazing footage that we got while taking on the Ender Dragon. But unfortunately that data got corrupted. Whoa, and I'm so dead. It was a real shame too, because we were totally pros. It went so smooth and just without a hitch. Spawn. And I'm dead. I mean, it really ran like clockwork. And I'm dead. But unfortunately, the footage it's just unusable. Oh crap!
What? Is she taking you up?
I have no idea what happened there. I just flew 1,000 blocks into the. Sorry to say, it's just one of those things. Yeah, stuff like this happens. Oh, I'm dead.
Are you?
She shot behind me. I mean, it's a real shame too, as I got the killing blow whilst jumping off a tower, right, holding TNT into a 1x1 water pit, and not, as my wife would have you believe, with an arrow hiding in a hole. I mean, it was just legendary. Yes! Have it.
To the Enderman still attacked.
But we'll have to do it again. We'll have to reenact it and show you how awesome and how pros we were some other time. But that's going to have to wait. We've got other stuff to do. So I'm going to show you around a few other things that were going on whilst I was off going getting these wings. My happy helpers were busy deciding we needed a gold farm where we sort of like spent all of our gold converting villagers, and you know, those golden apples, they're not cheap. They are not cheap at all. They take up a lot of gold. And despite the fact that we've dug out a really large area here, we were really short. I mean, really short. So they started digging out a gold farm. You know, one of those ones that uses like lots and lots of you know, the nether portal ones, and then it drops through. So when I went searching for all of these elytra, the wings, I came back to this big hole. And then we spent lots of time filling it in with water, filling it in with all of the portals.
Oh my goodness, look at him.
It's like a reverse conga. Hey! Ah! Okay, it's official. I've been up too long. And now you can just see at the back there, got that little killing chamber. You can just see over my shoulder. We'll go and show it to you in a few minutes. And you know, it's not breaking any records. You know, it's not, but it is providing more than enough gold than we need. So I'll go and show you the nice little AFK room that we've got over there, and then we'll crack on with the rest of the day's episode. Get me some wool. Let's do it. And here is the zombie pigment output. We've done it so that you can come along here and give them a quick whack. It's, you know, it does the entity cramming and goes into this room, which I'll show you in a second. But we thought we'd better put in this little section because the rates are not fantastic. They do only trickle out of here. So when you're AFK, it's fine. You do get a little steady stream of little gold nuggets, but there's no substitute for a good old looting 3 sword. So we've just put in this little makeshift killing section just to be able to increase the rates when we're actually knocking around and able to do so. I have absolutely no idea whether or not this system is still going to work. I have a horrible feeling that in the next update, zombie pigmen are being replaced by piglins. I'm not even sure there's going to be such a thing as zombie pigmen. And if there's no such thing as zombie pigmen, obviously they're not going to be able to spawn through what are those things called?
Nether portals?
Nether portals, that's the one. So I have absolutely no idea whether or not they will be able to spawn through nether portals because they might not even be in the game. So here is the little AFK room, if I don't get stuck on the door. Again, very simple system that literally just comes through on hoppers. We've got lots of storage in here. Considering this is a trickle, this is an absolute trickle. I could probably AFK here for days before this system would actually get backed up. But we've got a little section to disenchant sort of like any nice gold swords that come through, and a little bit of manual bamboo, and this feeding back into here so that we can feed all of the swords in and get the little nuggets back and craft them into, look at this, blocks. Poof, we're rich now. And this is it. Up here is the actual section. Let me show you. Here we go. There they all are. You can see the rates are not fantastic, but they do trickle through, and once this is updated, I'm sure we can find use for a room of this size, so it won't go to waste. But for now, here it is. Together, I thought I would just go through the design that we're going to be using. It's very similar to the one that we showed you back in the first little AFK area that we had in the next to the spawner. It works by, this observer, mental block there, observer watching this piece of grass. It's a system that's quite common. I've seen it in several videos now. But this observer watches this block of grass. Whenever a sheep munches down and has his lunch and turns this block into dirt, you get an update. It pings all the way through. It dispenses some shears. You get your wool, and that's it. We've upgraded it ever so slightly from the system that I was using, because even though these dispensers, they hold like 9 shears, and that's probably going to last an awful long time for an individual sheep. Happy Helper and I were discussing about having to come back here and manually check all of these, and we just thought, why not just chuck in a chest minecart at the top with the hoppers going into it, just like we've got going over there, and then we just need to be able to check this chest has got shears in it, and if not, then they need more, and it'll just carry on going back and forth, and we'll just make sure that the hopper and the dispenser are always full of shears. And shears are... Oh! Hello! Who's a good little sheepy then? Okay, enough of that. So yeah, that will be more than enough shears to last this little sheep an awful long time. But we now have effectively almost free shears from some of the shepherds that we maximum upgraded over there. And we turned them into zombies, and then turned them into villagers, and turned them into zombies, and turned them into villagers. And now we get shears for 1 emerald, just 1 emerald, which is, let's just face it, it's basically free. So I've already got 2 double chestfuls of shears waiting to go over by there. So an automated shear system, I'm just good with that. And then what I'll end up doing is something similar to this for now. Probably just going around in a circle. If we do, I'll do 1 going back and forth to start off with, and then we'll double it up at some point. But this just going back and forth is not going to fill up with stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of wool inside of a couple of minutes. So I think just a very simple hopper minecart system going underneath here, just picking up the wool. I think that's going to be the most efficient. Are you having trouble with the sheep?
It's not easy doing it on your own, you know.
No. Do you want to? Oh, look, see. Why didn't he get sheared? Ah, because there's no shears in there. Oh, epic fail. Epic fail.
Right, let me check you some glass.
Check me some glass. Check me some glass. God, good happy helpers are just so hard to find these days. Right, I got some glass. You've got him stuck in by there. Oh no! Get back, Mr. Sheep. He's trying to pull that way. I can't do anything. He's pushing me. No, he's gone.
No, can't get the staff.
Do you know? I was just thinking the same thing. Try again. Go on, hop in. Put him in. Go on, in you go. Yeah. Oh God, no! I'm not supposed to fall down. He's supposed to fall down. And there we go. There we go. Quickly put your glass in. Yeah, got it.
And I'm stuck with the lead.
Yeah, we didn't really think this through. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you pull it far enough away and it breaks. But where did it go?
In there.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, epic fail.
I think let's not use the lead.
If the lead system isn't going to work.
I got the lead.
Oh, did you?
I got the lead.
Okay, panic over. The lead system works. There we go.
I have the lead.
But if that didn't work, you could just make this sort of like a one little path, and we could just like nudge them along. I did it in that area over there. I did it the hard way. I didn't use the lead. I pushed them down a hole, and then I just nudged them into position. It wasn't fun, but it worked. Can
I be really stupid?
Right, well, of course you can.
Where are we collecting the wool?
I was just explaining that. I'm going to be digging under, and I'm going to be doing the hopper minecart system just like I have over here. So I'm going to be doing powered rails. Just whoop, there he goes, as if on cue. Little hopper minecart that's just going to run back and forth under these guys' feet, and just pick up the wool and come back and forth.
Cool.
So I will do that once this system is all in place and up and running, and nothing. The water. No, we're good, because I'm going to be going a block underneath here, not a block underneath here. The water's not going to be a problem. No. Sorry, I had a panic attack then. I thought I was going to be like releasing torrents of water underneath here. Don't mind me. I'm being silly. So it's all good. So this is just, we're literally going to tile this now. We're just going to replicate it. Just bump, all the way down here. And we've got a bunch of white sheep who are all sat very patiently waiting for their new homes at the end here, and we're just going to fill them up. This first bank all the way along here is just going to be white wool, because let's face it, white wool can be dyed any colour. It's always good to have plenty of white wool, and we've got a couple of shepherds who are waiting to trade in white wool, so that's always good to have the white wool. Then we'll dye a couple of colours, and just have a little smattering of the colours coming in through another line of sheep coming down this way. Don't need to go completely over the top with it, just like the sugarcane farm. It's only for our needs. I can't imagine needing more than like a polytunnel, one each side kind of thing going on here as well. I think that's going to be more than enough. So I think I will tower up and leave my happy helper to crack on with things, and I'll record a time lapse. Are you good to go? You good to go?
I was just digging.
Digging. We like digging. It's the name of the show. Digging. Dig with Dan. Yeah. Right. I'll tower up. You crack on. Let's go. Well, as you saw, my happy helper did a fantastic job in getting this up and running. I've made a few additions that I just wanted to run through before we go ahead and put the sheep in. First off, I was noticing that this little test sheep here, when he was being sheared, every now and again the wool would get sort of trapped up on the top here, and I had a horrible feeling that that wouldn't get picked up, and we'd end up losing that wool. So I've put in these trapdoors, and so hopefully now that's flattened off the entire area, so none of the wool should be able to go anywhere, especially when we've blocked off this top section, than on the floor, which can then get picked up by the little very, very basic hopper minecart system that I've got running just back and forth underneath it. It is incredibly basic, and at some point all of this will be going into a nice big storage system, but for now simple works best. So I've lit the place up with glowstone, I've put in the trapdoors all the way along, and we've put in the minecart that go underneath. So without further ado, I think it's about time. Are we ready to get the sheep? Yeah, sheep time. Right. We won't bore people with a time lapse of this. We'll just do a quick swoosh whoosh. So if you give us 2 seconds, we will go and get all the sheep in here. Right now. And there we go. That didn't take too long at all. As you can probably tell by all of the half-naked sheep here, the system is up and working. We are collecting wool. We need more shears, but this system takes a lot of shears. But if I stop this system and wait for it to come back, here we go. Yep, we can see that we are picking up wool, and this has literally been going for 2 minutes. 2 minutes tops, and we already have almost a stack of wool. So this is really going to start throwing out the wool. Yeah, well happy with that. So we'll just get this on its way again. Perfect. Probably off camera we might duplicate this from one side to the other. You guys don't really need to see that. It was interesting to see this going in, but mirroring it from the one side to the other, that's something we can do in our own time. Put in some different coloured sheep, but this system, I haven't noticed anything. I believe this is a lossless system, but if anybody knows any difference, please feel free to mention it in the comments section. Otherwise, I would say this little mini project is done. And so there we have it. I think this is a good place to end the episode. You can see my happy helper filling up the farm just behind me there. Feel free to come back to the next episode, where I'm hoping we're going to be working on another shop and maybe another farm that might be a little bit dangerous for the old kabooms, but might be very useful for producing things to help me use these things that are behind me, as we are in a drastic short supply of a particular resource that will help us fly. So if you like this episode, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Oh, and keep on digging.